Welcome to ThinkyHearts. This is a recording of our webinar on AI-driven energy management with ethical decision making, featuring Abdullateef Badmus, an AI literacy advocate and automation engineer. In this session, we explore the growing role of artificial intelligence in energy management and why responsibility, ethics, and human-centered decision-making matter as these technologies continue to develop. If you find this conversation valuable, please subscribe to ThinkyHearts for more discussions on sustainability, innovation, and practical solutions for the future. Now, let's get into the webinar. It is my pleasure to welcome you to today's webinar. My name is Jumoke, and I'll be the moderator for today's session. On behalf of ThinkyHearts, I would like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be part of this webinar today. Today's webinar is organized by ThinkyHearts in collaboration with the Nigerian Institution of Energy, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, NI4E, and FAAB Academy. Whether you're joining as a professional, researcher, educator, entrepreneur, student, or you're simply someone with an interest in the future of technology and energy, we're delighted to have you with us. Our topic today is AI-driven energy management with ethical decision-making, exploring responsibility, innovation, and human-centered AI for a better tomorrow. Artificial intelligence is transforming many aspects of our lives. You can agree with me. On a day-to-day basis, almost everyone has some interaction with AI, whether you're searching on Google or ChatGPT or some other AI tool. It also includes how we generate, distribute, and manage energy. And we will see innovation in coming years that would include this more and more. So as these technologies continue to evolve, it's important that innovation is guided by ethics, transparency, and responsible decision-making. So today's webinar gives us the opportunity to explore these important ideas and to learn from someone with practical experience in the field. So for those joining for the first time, I would also give a brief introduction about ThinkyHearts. So ThinkyHearts is an Africa-rooted initiative and is a platform committed to advancing sustainability, education, innovation, and community impact. We do this through webinars like this, industry discourse, and collaborative projects, and we bring together experts, educators, researchers, industry professionals, entrepreneurs, and change makers to share knowledge, exchange ideas, and explore practical solutions to real-world challenges. So we're delighted you've chosen to learn with us today. Now I'll be introducing the speaker. Joining us today is Mr. Abdullateef Badmus. Please, a round of applause for our speaker. He is an automation engineer, is an advocate for AI literacy, and is the founder of FAAB Academy. So Mr. Abdullateef has a background in computer science and artificial intelligence, and he is passionate about helping individuals and organizations understand and harness the power of AI. Through FAAB Academy, he equips Nigerian tech enthusiasts and professionals with in-demand digital skills while promoting freelancing as a sustainable business and career path. He also designs and builds AI systems that help SaaS companies and local businesses, both in Nigeria and internationally, which helps in improving efficiency, automate workflows, and scale their operations. Today, he will be sharing his insights on AI-driven energy management with ethical decision-making. Thank you. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Abdullateef Badmus. The floor is yours, sir. Over to you, Mr. Abdullateef.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone from my part of the world. I am very happy to be here today with you, like minds, and seniors in this space, and the professional space. And I'm equally grateful to ThinkyHearts and NI4E with FAAB for giving me the opportunity to be here today. I am very happy to be here today with you seniors, and it is an honor once again to come here and do one of those things I know how to do best, which is teaching generally and explaining AI particularly. This explaining AI has been something I fall in love doing because uh, I don't know, but there was a time that the internet was new to people. People found the internet very new. Some people have some stories around it, something like maybe satanic something, and unfortunately, it's happening right now with AI. So there are people somewhere in the world, not even elders, not even traditional people, but normal people, they think AI is a blasphemy of a thing, or AI is something that will just, corrupt organizations, corrupt. But AI is everywhere, and it is increasingly getting adopted, and there's nothing, unfortunately for them, they can do about it. So why don't we find a space for ourselves and look at how we can fit in? I say every time the best people to use AI are not tech pros. The best people to utilize artificial intelligence are not people that have learned rocket science. The best people to use AI are professionals. There are people who have mastered finance, for example, and they want to use AI as a tool to scale up their financial world. There are people in the hospital who are learned people who have studied many things, and they want to come. They want to come and use AI as tools to manage it. Not people that want to use AI from scratch. Not people that want to build AI agents without any purpose. So that is why we are here. And once again, thank you, our moderator. Thank you, everyone. I am very happy to be here. All right. So the topic here today is AI-driven energy management and ethical decision making, and I have prepared a brief slides into what we want to dive into. So before we go, this is the energy sector. This is the energy sector. Uh, this is a space where you seniors have been here, some for the past 10 years, the past 20 years, the past 30 years. And we, as users of energy in Nigeria, we know very well that the energy sector in Nigeria has a problem. We know that Nigeria has an energy management problem. Energy is not managed. Not even let's not talk about green energy for now. Let's just talk about generally energy. Okay, and the energy that I would be specifying and particularly talking about here is the electrical energy. Of course, that's why I perceive the the NI4E to be. So permit me, but here I would try as much as possible to give a guide into how AI will clear this energy management problem and can solve it. And also, even if anyone is in other fields, they'll be able to tap from what we are going to talk about today. So, like I said again, let me track back a bit. The best people to use AI are not tech bros; they are professionals. Okay, so we do not have energy. Nigeria is a case study. We don't have energy problem. We have energy management problem. There's energy. There's the electricity is there. The gas is there. The sun is there. But the problems, what I discovered the problems are four. We have poor forecasting, we have equipment failure, we have distribution problem, we have decision making problem. I wouldn't go into them deeply because we are energy people. Allow me to put it like that. All right. So, but in Nigeria, we have an issue. For example, in Nigeria, we have an issue. The issue is adaptability. Now, here I don't want to. I'm not coming here to, not for a political stance or uh, to blame anyone. All right. So, but I need to talk about that. That okay, there's adaptability. We have an energy problem and it is hidden. The energy problem is hidden. All right. So, if last week I think I was okay. Yes, I was somewhere last week and we were using electricity and suddenly everything went off. I think yes, everything went off. So we started thinking about how to charge. Like no one complained about anything. That started thinking about how to charge. Where's the generator? Who will go and buy the fuel? Who will get the fuel? And none of that. I was like, wow. So like no one was thinking about what is the problem, what like what's the country turning into, and a lot of that. Okay, so yes, we have adapted, but still, if AI can contribute to countries in the world in the biggest of their sectors, there's every country has sectors. There's the power energy sector, there's finance sector. If we can have people in finance, there's a whole enterprise of skills, there's a whole enterprise of firms and companies that need AI right now, and it is getting increasing. AI is getting increasingly adopted, and it is very fast. It is very fast. Particularly, talk about any field in AI. Talk about automation. Talk about building AI agents. Talk about many things like that. There are people, there are companies who need them. Go to LinkedIn, you find some jobs, you say that these are jobs for what exactly? There are platforms that they pay you to train AIs. They wouldn't pay you such a large amount of money to train AI because of just trend or because of just because it's trendy and everything like no, they are paying you because there is a purpose. There is a purpose. They want you to come and train AI for them. So because they want to, in return, use the AI for managing applications for different things. Okay, so if we have AI, let's talk about what AI really is. And this is one topic that no matter what I have to talk about in AI, I would always talk about what AI really is. Because trust me, between me and you, there are people who misunderstand AI. Many people misunderstand AI until you have the proper introduction into AI. Now, AI is not a blasphemy. AI is not satanic, as some people think, and AI will not be defeated. Okay, the only conversation behind the only conversation that can stand side by side with AI is what comes after AI. And trust me, you cannot even you cannot even understand that. Like it is far from the human thinking. But let's bring ourselves back, because even what comes next after AI will depend on AI. So AI is here. AI is computer, a system that is trained based on large amount of data to predict. A computer or a computer system that is trained based on large amounts of data to predict. Now, let's talk about when did AI arrive. Okay, AI has been here as far back as the 1960s, 1970. What AI really is a system, a computer system that learns through a large amount of data to predict. Now, like I said, AI has been here since a long time. We have AI as far back as 1960, 1970, early 2000, and AI has been here. All right. So the only difference and why it is not commonly referred to as it was not commonly referred to as AI is because it only does one thing. Okay. So AI only has a specific task. Then when Gmail came, when Gmail and email came, they had the spam section. All right. So they have a spam section, a section whereby you can so it will filter if a message comes in, and if the message is predicted to be a spam, then it should be in the spam folder. What happened there was a system was built to read messages, and that system was taught how to predict spam. Then, if the system predicts a spam, then it filters it into the spam folder, and that's it. You agree with me that okay, some mail might not even be spam and it's put it in spam. It is because those AI then they only have one task, they only have one job to do. Okay, so it reads the message, filters it to spam. So if it suggests anything like scam or anything like links, like unverified links, it will filter it into spam. Those platforms then they are also AIs, and they did one job. On Google, if you go to Google, for example, and you type what, if you type the word what, Google will give you some suggestions. Maybe what is energy, what is critical. Even if you add is, now it is what is, it will continue suggesting till you finish typing what exactly you want. Google will continue suggesting for you. Now these suggestions, where do you think it came from? Come from people around you, what they are searching. People in your geopolitical area, what they are searching. People in your streets, what they are searching. People that have the same skill as you, what they are searching. Okay, so it predicts. But before AI predict, it has read billions of data, millions of data. It has read it to predict for you. So that is what AI does, and AI does it at a very large scale. If if the cloud changes like this, as I'm sitting here, if the cloud changes, I'll go outside. I'll go and pack my clothes. I'll put everything I want. I'll get my food inside. I'll do everything. I'll start preparing. Why? Because I'm assuming that this cloud that has changed, there might be rain. So it is a pattern. It is what I so no one needs to like I grew up seeing my parents doing that. Okay, so my parents, anytime there is rain, we just pack everything inside and we just camp inside and that's it. Hoping for will it rain or will it not rain. So that is what AI does also. AI now the pattern different. If you go to TikTok, for example, by the time you uh, uh, check a video, you click like. Liking a video has taught something. Now that thing they call it algorithm, it is AI. It's a fraction of AI. Okay, so you have taught the algorithm that I like this video, give me more of it. If you choose you are not interested in the video, they won't bring it. Even if you choose you are not interested in the video, let's say after 3 days, they bring a video like that also, and you like it, they'll say that what's it sorry. So they'll say that okay, this one there, this person is joking. Let me just continue suggesting the video, and that's it. So that is what AI is. So AI is a software that learns patterns from data and uses those patterns to make predictions or recommendations. So it predicts, it classifies, it recommends. Now, who are the people that use AI? Okay, so like I said, AI belongs to professionals, doctors, teachers to generate lesson plans, lawyers to review the contracts, banks to detect fraud, anyone to reduce their loss, to detect faults and stuff like that. So AI is becoming like Microsoft Excel. So is there any company or any firm that wouldn't want to use Microsoft Excel now? No, almost no. So AI is becoming Microsoft Excel. Let me just put it like that. So and AI will not replace expertise. Okay, expertise makes AI useful in the real sense. You understand? So if ChatGPT tells you that this patient has malaria, for example, as a doctor, will you trust ChatGPT? No. You are as a doctor, you are meant to validate. So you bring the expertise, and AI brings the speed. All right. So that is a glimpse into AI. Now let's come back to the energy sector. What you can build with AI, there are many things you can there are many there are many stuffs you can do. You can build with AI. You can build an AI that talks to customers, or a voice agent. Can build an AI agent that reads documents. Lawyers, for example, they have large amount of data, of documents, of books to read. So because they because maybe they are even looking for something that they have a case that they have solved before, so they want to read, books like 500 pages, three of them. So you can build an AI that can scan confidently and correctly. Note that punch by page and suggest what exactly you want for you. We call them RAG agents. They are also agents. Okay, so they are classifications of AI agents. So coming back to the energy sector, we see that AI, everything AI agents, AI workflows, everything is just AI can perform three operations in this sector, and all of them are powerful. It can predict demand, it can optimize supply, and it can detect faults. predicting demand, optimizing supply, and detect faults. Energy is a federal thing. Okay, so the government would look at it and just determine. I don't even know. Like they might even have their own pattern. But like we said, for example, there's this thing in my street that I'm living. Like anytime I go out, people in my street we I wouldn't say we complain, but because of our adaptability, let me say we complain of more light these days. We complain of this electricity, this is too much. Hope we will not suffer this like this. Hope we will not suffer this like this because this is getting too much. Right now, there's no light shower. So, but we complain. Let me use the word complain. Allow me to use it like that. Why? Because there is a pattern that anytime there's rainy season, anytime we are in the rainy season, there's usually more light. Okay, so as I heard, they said because the systems and the engines they are cool, so rain will fall, so everything will be cool, and so there will be light. Say okay, no problem, sha. So that's a pattern. There are also patterns when you look at how the energy is given to streets, to states. Okay, when you look at how the energy is distributed, there's also a pattern. There's also a pattern hidden with those people that are working there, that they know how to predict that, oh, let's give these people 8 hours light. There's maybe consumption, like okay, so maybe interest of the people in paying their tariff, and sort of that. So electricity demand follows pattern. Okay, maybe in the morning it is low, in the afternoon it is medium, in the evening it is high. Maybe weekend will differ, maybe Christmas time will differ, maybe rainy season, like I said, will differ. So that we can have our AI system, a large AI system, a large AI system, or large AI systems. So by the time people in my town, or let me say workers in the PSN or in NEPA, let me just put it as we commonly say, okay, in my town, they have something like this, something to study these patterns and give them the benefits. So AI can study something like the weather, can study holidays, can study activities, it can study meter readings, historical ones. Okay, like these people in this particular area of this town, they use this amount of data of electricity. They need to use it. Okay, realize for example that on Monday, okay, let's say on Monday, there's usually a large amount of electricity usage, but on Friday it is less. So what do they do? If there is something that is, if there's like a fuel, okay, that they use or something that, so they will pack everything on Monday. On Friday, they might just give electricity for like 5 hours during the entire day. But on Monday, they will make it readily they will make it ready for people because they have predicted that on Monday people are just coming from their like from weekends and they are fully available to continue their day-to-day activities on Monday. So they give them enough electricity on Monday. So instead of just relying on mouth-to-mouth information or mouth-to-mouth patterns, they can have AI systems on a large scale to predict that. Because how would you get patterns for my street, for the next street, for the other ones? Okay, so how would you serve them? And there's something about equality and equity. They said equality is if you give many people same thing. Like if you give two people, if we share 10 apples between two people, you give one five, another one five, then they say that's equality. But equity is you check them who is hungry, who is actually hungry. Okay, you are hungry. Okay, take seven. You just ate something. Take three, in case you get hungry at any point in time. Okay, so AI systems allow you to do that. It predicts for you. Then so there's also benefits. So when they predict like that, they have they don't have overload. They schedule their maintenance. They prevent outages and all of that. Okay, so that is how AI can predict demand for people for the energy sector. Okay, So it will analyze the time and data to know before the bid does when demand will spike. Then also, this is demand. Now there's supply. They can optimize supply. And I think I've equally mentioned something that will indicate that what I said earlier. So I said when multiple power sources exist, AI can decide in real time which combination is cheapest and most reliable. So imagine a hospital has solar, they have battery, they have generator, they have things like that. Okay, so there can be a question that okay, what should we use to power this hospital today like this? Okay, so human can decide, AI can decide every second. AI decides every second. Okay, so the supply can also be optimized. If the NEPA, for example, if they have different formats of giving light, okay, so I'm aware that they don't have they don't give the same energy at every time. Sometimes they give this current intentionally, as I heard. So sometimes they give okay low current because it is not serious for people. Okay, let's say people are just coming back from their workplace and they love that. Sometimes they give normal one, and sometimes they give high ones, like high, like not high, not detrimental to their equipment, of course. You understand? So they can optimize their supply. Who do they supply this kind of energy to, and how? And lastly, they can also detect faults. Of course, if you can have AI system do all of this, reduce demand, optimize supply, you can detect faults early. You can notice unusual patterns in equipment behavior. You can alert engineer before failure. Not that everything will just spoil like that. Even if a transformer is having an issue, okay, you can detect it. Let me take you somewhere. This detection, of course, AI cannot work without data. Now the data is around us, workplace. They have what they work with. You go to if you look at farmers, farmers have a database these days. They have database because you wouldn't expect a farmer to take a, a big note into the farm every morning to start documenting things. Now, no, this AI would, of course, like we said, AI thinks in patterns. Okay, and these patterns, AI needs to learn it. Now, AI will not be there to just if you just take AI, ChatGPT for example, if you just take AI, just ask AI that, oh, AI, what light should we give this street today? How is the demand for Badagry in Lagos going to be in the next 5 days for their energy? AI will just look like you like just look at you like how now? How from where to where now? How can I know that? So you need to feed it with something. Then AI will think, build large systems, build AI systems for that. Countries are already adapting this. Okay, countries are already adapting this, and some said that the reason why the government is not government by themselves is not adapting AI yet is because naturally they don't do that enough. Like they don't do that so quickly. They have their way of calming down and yes, we can agree somehow because even those countries that have started using AIs in the federal level, okay, they are trusting AI for some sectors, and they are intentionally ignoring other sectors. Google reduced data center cooling energy by 40% using DeepMind AI. This is a real. You can confirm this. This is real. This is statistics. Okay, the cooling energy that they need. You know that Google has their data center, and you know how large that is. Okay, so the energy that they use to cool down this data center, they reduce it by 40% by using DeepMind AI to do what? To predict that, oh, calm down, okay? Data, people do not use Google too much at this period of the year, for example. Or anytime there is a political issue, people ask Google more. So they ask Google many things from different, like many things at all. So then it will suggest them. So they are able to navigate to share. Okay, we are using this. We are using this amount of energy now. The next month we are using this amount of energy. So they reduce it by 40%. They said it themselves. Kenya is using AI to manage geothermal energy output, predicting generation and optimizing distribution. Yes, prediction and optimizing the supply. Okay. South Africa is using AI to predict grid failures before they cascade into load shedding, the large grids. Yes, there is also a branch of AI that is present in Nigeria right now. Okay, in smart meters. What we are talking about is here is that we need to adopt generative AI. We need to adopt generative AI. There's a clearly AIs that generate content. Generative AIs are AIs that generate content, and they give content. All those AI that gives you that make videos, that generative AIs. ChatGPT is a generative AI. If AI itself is advancing, then we should be there to make use of those AI. Because where AI is presently, okay, the beginning of generative AI was 2022 September when ChatGPT launched. When OpenAI launched ChatGPT. And many things happened that time. What is this? Which one is since then, even ChatGPT has been upgrading. If you go to automation platforms now, you want to automate, you want to build AI agents, you will see different models of ChatGPT, almost 20, 24. So that would indicate that, so ChatGPT has improved 24 times, for example. Okay, ChatGPT has improved 24 times. You'll be surprised. So even ChatGPT is getting better increasingly. ChatGPT can now give you images. If you are the type that once you look at the graphics, you see that this is an AI graphics. I'm happy to tell you that there are people who would build designs with ChatGPT and you wouldn't know. Why? It is because of where we are. Okay? It is because of where we are. So now, like I said, what can actually be built in the energy sector right now? I indicated them earlier when I was talking about the predicting demand, optimizing supply, and detecting fault early. So we can build demand prediction system. If you have smart data, if you have where your smart metadata come in, you can upload it into a CRM. After uploading into a CRM, you can build an ML model and you can have a dashboard. Okay, for example, there are like 500 meters in a town. This data, so it is reading the data. You can have the data in Google Sheets or Excel. You can even have it in Excel. Okay, so what happens is just that when such data come in, they just sit Excel there. And then someone will come later, they'll be checking it to be like everything should balance. Okay, these people they use this energy. Do they pay? Did they pay the equivalent? So when they discover that these people they are not paying enough, what they are using is more than what they are paying for. So then they will go to their house, they will go and tell them, okay, something is happening with your meter. Are you bypassing? Okay. So instead of having a human do that, which can be tired, AI can build an ML model, a machine language model that can even ChatGPT can work that for you. Not the ChatGPT.com I'm talking about. I'm talking about building an AI agent and using ChatGPT, that same ChatGPT as the model. So then you have another dashboard. So that is the workflow. Okay, and the same thing for optimization controller, and the same thing for fault detection and alert system. Another thing I like to mention about is that AI is not your replacement. AI is your most powerful tool. The only people AI can replace, the only set of people AI can replace are people who refuse to adapt to AI. There are people that are still refusing to blend into AI. There are people that see AI as blasphemy, something that so and it is not good to see, especially people that are professional. Finance, you can come in, you can make use of AI. As much as the finance sector is tight, data, financial data is very tight to tap into. But because they need to ease things for themselves, they now use AI agent. If you go to X now on Twitter and you call out a financial organization that, hey, Kineko, I'm having an issue. Someone sent me money from so and so place. I've not received my money now, and the person sends me a lot. He even sends me a receipt. Why am I not seeing my money? So someone will come to you and say that, hey, sorry, and they will suggest a solution for you before they come into your DM. So that person that's coming in is not a real person; it is AI mostly. And gone are those days when you have AI that will text you, or you go to a particular website, they will tell you type 1 if you want to open an account with us. Or maybe not financial, maybe real estate, for example. You go to a real estate website, you check them out, you see a chatbot or an icon animating in the bottom corner of their screen. Then you click on it, then say, oh hi, I am so and so bought to buy a house in Lekki, and it says type 1 if you want to buy a house, type 2. But it's not, I've said it now. Haven't I said it? I have said it. I want to buy a house. I say, okay, type 1. Okay, then you type 1. You send it. You say, okay, type 1 if you want to buy it in the southwest. 2 if you want to buy it in the south north. Sorry for that. All right. So that is not. So gone are those days. Now we have AI system AI that can talk to you in a way that you wouldn't even know that AI is talking to you. Okay. So AI can not do things. There are some things AI will not do for you. You will. So you need to ease those repetitive tasks for yourself. AI cannot climb a pole now to fill a fault, to fix a fault. You will climb a pole. But how do you know beforehand that this particular pole is having an issue or might be having an issue? AI cannot negotiate with people. AI that is trained on German data will fail in Lagos. AI flags the problem, you are the one that will interpret it. All right. So if we collectively agree to using AI, our professional life will be easier, faster than we expect. But of course, when internet came, not everyone agreed to use internet. Even as some were able uh, to see people around them using that, not not all of them were able to embrace it. So lastly, let's talk about the responsible AI, something called responsible AI, and that is what we mean by AI ethics. Okay, in another word, they call it AI governance. How do you use AI responsibly? It is global. If you know how if you want to use AI at all, you should know how to use AI responsibly. AI has its own items that you need to learn with it. AI hallucinates. You need to know that. That's how to use AI responsibly. AI hallucinates. How do you deal with AI hallucination? You can deal with it very fine. You can deal with it very well. I can tell you that even as at today, you can have AI to teach you something or to perform a task for you and be 100% accurate or 99.99 if you want to give space for Shibi, you are not Shibi AI is not human. If you like to give that space for Shibi AI is not human, then we can leave 0.001 for you. 0.001 for you. Other than that, you can do that. And let me tell you this today, AI that will perform task for you, and you'll be very sure that this task is 100%. You don't want to have issue with it. Build, don't bombard the AI with many tasks at the same time. Okay, suppose we agree now. Okay, let's say individually, if not government, private sectors, they agree to build an AI that will do demand prediction system for them. Okay, so they want to together and they have the front end dashboard. Okay, if they want it to be successful and to reduce the hallucination, okay, what they will do is they would build for each locality, not even streets. Like maybe we have a large street, let them they will break it down into two. Maybe like 10 houses only. can have that. All right. So next time, if you want to read more about it, or you want to ask someone to build an AI agent for you to do something as simple as reading a meter and uploading it into a Google Sheet and sending a message on your WhatsApp that, oh, there's an issue here. All right. So lastly, like I said, you are responsible for your AI usage. You are responsible for AI usage. A security problem, there's accountability problem, there is data problem. You are responsible. So you should know how to make use of your AI to give you correct details. And not AI will make life easier. And what comes next after AI is not the issue, and it's not the problem. The issue we have now is how we bring AI in. Teachers are embracing it, farmers are embracing it, business owners are embracing it. Every sector is embracing it. So, and we shouldn't be left out. The best people to use AI are professionals. Okay, so find a space for yourself, and you get your life easier. I will stop here, and I'll hand it over to the moderator. Thank you everyone for listening to me. Together we'll have a better generation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that insightful and engaging presentation.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation, Mr. Abdullateef Badmus. I have some questions. As you made mention that AI is good for professionals, and it's going to help us solve a lot of problems. But we need also to be sure with the ethics behind it. So my question goes thus: I'm a power system engineer, and I want to predict what is going to be used. Let's say in 20 years time. So how can AI help me in that direction? Thank you very much.
Okay, Doc. Thank you very much, sir. So, if I hear you very well, sir, Doctor, you said you are as a did you say pan system engineer?
Something like a power system engineer, yes, something like that.
Okay.
Or
So,
energy professionals.
energy professionals. Okay. So, yes, absolutely, we can predict. AI can help us predict what energy technologies may be most suitable 20 years from now. But you agree with me that it should never be the only basis for such decisions. That's part of the AI ethics. Okay, so AI is very good at analyzing large amounts of data, historical data, and current data. So AI will study things for you to help you do that. AI will study population growth, the trends, the demand, technology, the improvement, adoption, price. So from these patterns, it can build scenarios, can estimate what our energy needs, or maybe what users would need definitely 20 years from now. But at the same time, ethical AI will let us know that I would like to say, we can say something like when something is prediction, they are predictions. Predictions are not guarantees. Okay, so AI work with probabilities at a very large scale, and I like informing people that when we say AI works with probabilities, it is not to disregard AI, because even human we work with probabilities. Okay, we work with probabilities. If we make mistakes, we say mistakes are normal because it is probability. So if data is incomplete, that data that you want to use for your AI to learn pattern, if the data is incomplete, the recommendations might also be wrong. You understand? So that is how I would come in, and that is why engineers must remain in their decision making life cycle. Okay, so here I will give them evidence to possible future scenarios, but you as engineers, you will consider many other things. Okay, so you consider the safety, environmental impact, or even if you like, you give AI the full prompt to do that for you, and then you filter it yourself. So that is how to apply responsible AI in what you just mentioned, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes. So we have a question from Be Wise Official. Please, I am into construction, and how can AI help me in my field?
Okay, AI in construction. Hmm. AI AI is already used in construction. It is not. It is not very strange. So in construction, you can have times like project planning, project scheduling. Uh, AI can analyze data that you use for you. AI can analyze previous projects that you do. It can do weather forecast, okay, labor availability, how to use equipment, what equipment to use, cost estimation, okay, the prediction of maintenance of equipment. If you are into construction, you are into all of these things at the same time. Even if you are into one of them, let's say you are in construction, but all you do is like an agent, for example, that just bring people from somewhere, uh, let them work. After working, pay like you are on the labor side. Even in that, AI can be useful for you. You can build your own AI system, something like based on the current progress of this particular project. There's an 80% chance or 70% chance that this project will be delayed 18 days because maybe cement delivery is expected to arrive late. Now, this information that I just said that cement delivery is expected to arrive late, it is an AI agent that you have built and have fed it with what? With data from around the world, everything that we need. So it will come and deliver it for you. So you look smart, even if you want to appear on site, you look smart. You give predictions also. All right. So how many stuff do we need for this? If you are building it, people that do, what do they call those things? There's this thing they use AutoCAD for. They will build it. They will do 3D. Is it 3D modeling? These things that they do, that they build on paper first before they build on before they build physically. So AI does one thing for them. It allows them to it converts it. So gone are those days when you just have white and black something, and you need to even have an engineering knowledge to be able to visualize them correctly and picture it into your own brain. Okay, but this time around, AI will just take that thing, construct it, make it look like a normal house. You'll be seeing the normal house, and you can even scroll. You can go into the kitchen, not of a house that you are yet to build. You can go into the kitchen, check out the kitchen looks like. Oh, this kitchen will look like this. No, don't worry. Let's send something here. And AI can suggest, okay, this thing that you just drew, this will work, but why can't you have the kitchen beside the sitting room? Because if you do that, there'll be another space at the back for you to use as a penthouse, something like that. So yeah, it's everywhere for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So due to time constraints, we might not be able to take any further questions here live. However, you can always reach out to us via email, infothinkyhearts@gmail.com for email respondances. So we say a big thank you to our speaker today, Mr. Abdullateef Badmus, for sharing his expertise and valuable insights with us today. We also say a big thank you to the Nigerian Institution of Energy, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, as well as FAAB Academy, also all who have joined this call today. We wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Please do not forget to follow ThinkyHearts on our social media platforms to stay connected about future webinars, projects, and opportunities to learn, connect, and collaborate. On behalf of the ThinkyHearts team, thank you once again for joining us today. We wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and we look forward to welcoming you to another ThinkyHearts event soon. Thank you, stay safe, and goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank everyone. Bye bye.